is going to be a weird episode because I didn't watch the movie.
What?
I lived it.
Oh. Which part?
I recently got drunk with a black dwarf.
That's cool. And
He
tried to
was-
get him to let you fuck him. But he would.
He said he was gay, but he wasn't.
He's just a
Got
liar.
you.
I was pouring my heart and soul out to this black dwarf on a couch, and man, he just was not. He seemed uncomfortable.
That's
don't know
that's the
why.
funniest possible person you could be, telling all of your like life woes to. It's a gay black little person. Because there's a one point where
He wasn't gay though.
no, he goes, I'm also gay. He said,
Yeah, but he resists a touch.
yeah,
he,
but he's
he wanted. You could tell he
he
wanted
still
it.
has like
so, yeah.
basic human dignity and stuff, you know.
So Adam told me this funny thing, which was he said after watching the movie, he was jealous of how rich all the characters were.
What?
And his, and
Where do they
his-
get all this money?
Where do they get all those cool cockroaches behind the paintings or their family photos?
Dude, I'm jelly. This is a pretty sympathetic portrayal of small town
Florida?
America, I feel like, from people who lived it. You know, it's not like
Was it-
it's made by these like New York fucks, like these guys coming in from the outside, you know, being like, look at these weirdos, everybody's crazy
It's
here.
not though. It's not though, because this
Pardon?
is shot. It's shot in Memphis or Nashville, Tennessee. This is where Harmony Korine grew up. The Black Dwarf. It went to high school with him,
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I thought he was
And
like
then-
a New York kid.
and then the Bunny Boy went to his high school also. That actor.
With him.
Yeah, he was 2 grades lower, or a few grades lower.
Which
but
one
yeah,
was Buddy Boy?
Bunny? The one with the bunny
kid with the
ears.
Oh, okay. The weird spirit thing that's threading it all together.
Is he a
mean-
spirit thing, or is he just like a free spirit in in like a small-minded world?
Any,
I don't know.
any-
There's a lot to unpack with this. With Gummo.
Gummed up.
Gummo 97, Harmony Korine
How old was he when he made this?
23.
Damn.
What was
Say-
was he sober when he made it? It seems like he was pretty sober.
I believe he was on a few substances when he made this movie, and I believe, and according to some of the actors, they spent all their money on drugs after the movie was finished. So
Hell
this
yeah.
movie is this is one of my favorite movies, you know. This takes me back. Like this is a movie you got to see when you're young, you know, if you really want to have impact.
Yeah, when you're a kid that's wanting to beat stray cats to death and stuff, having those urges.
Honestly, they're doing a favor to the community, killing the stray cats. Minus the favor is killing them, but the problem is, everybody's eating stray cats, stray cat meat.
It's kind of a cool this movie. That's kind of the main through line of the movie, I feel like, is like following these kids who are like stray cat hunters, because of this town after this tornado has this problem of stray cats or whatever. And it's kind of like, it kind of makes that seem like a cool, like romantic life, being a kid who like hunts stray cats and kills them, like a cowboy or like a gunslinger or like a Ghostbuster
Yeah.
or something like that, you know? Kind of gives it like a little like movie romance. You're like, oh man, that
Or like a cat murderer.
well, it's like they're
I
free.
think Dahmer did
They're
stuff
truly
like that.
free.
Very romantic.
So I don't know. I was thinking like, damn, maybe I should.
I just want to know where the adults were in this movie.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
There's
portrait
like-
of youth without any like adults. There's a few adults like there's the guy they sell the cats to. They kill cats and then they sell them to a guy at the grocery store who then sells them to the Chinese restaurant.
Happens
then-
every
and-
day.
And then in
disgusting.
exchange, the kids buy milkshakes and model airplane glue, and then they get high. And that's a
And then
great
they also
scene.
go to a prostitute.
They go to a prostitute, and
Oh
there's
my god.
and the prostitute is tardy to say the least.
She
What?
has Down
Hold on, what?
syndrome.
Now you got to
I thought it was a
admit,
nice normal girl.
for a woman with Down syndrome, she's pretty attractive.
I was like, who's this hot lady?
That was just the makeup, William.
That's the Ann Nicole Smith of retarded women. You know what I
Isn't
mean?
that just Anna Nicole
She's
Smith?
beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
She's like
Too soon.
that scene is so well directed because like so there's two kids, Tumblr and Solomon, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me look up this. I always get it mixed up with the bunny kid.
That's
the
solid.
Gummo. That let's just call him let's just call him Gummo. He's the kid on the poster.
Yeah, Tumblr is the older one. He's the comedian. And then Solomon is the younger one. He's the one with like the really expressive face and he's like very boyish. And then there's Bunny Boy, and then there's Chloe
there's the-
Savini
oh, yeah.
and her friend who's in Kids in this movie and one other thing, but they have the bleach blonde hair.
Yeah.
And eyebrows.
And their eyebrows are shaved.
Oh, I
they're
see, I
bleached.
see.
No, they're dyed. But
They're
then
dyed, but the one lady shaves hers.
there's two characters who are special in this
They're
movie.
like inbred.
One sings ABCs and carries a baby doll, and then the other one's a prostitute,
And she shaves her eyebrows too.
and she talks like this. She's like, "You smell like cherries."
So
My mom
Is
bathes me
Gummo-
with
is
cherry
Gummo-
shampoo.
Gummo
Dude.
is one of the Marx brothers.
This
Yeah,
is
he's
the
the
Marx
fifth.
brother that didn't go into showbiz.
Gummo. He wore gum sole shoes.
Well, I heard they got paid back then. You'd get paid by how many people were in your little vaudeville group. So he was just like there to get an extra paycheck.
That's cool.
Also, Gummo, that's a name.
This
it's
is well, they had
outrageous. This is an
Harpo,
outrageous family. gotta
Zeppo,
remember, Ryan.
Harpo, Chico, Gummo.
Gummo Marx?
Their lives are completely ridiculous. Have you seen their movies?
No.
They don't
Groucho.
play by any rules that modern society follows.
Wow.
I'll just
like-
leave it at that.
Like the Marx Brothers, who's the one who didn't speak? Harpo?
Yeah.
The bunny boy doesn't speak in the movie either.
He's like a
Very
weird
interesting.
spirit. He doesn't have a single lick of dialogue.
Well, he's also like kind of like because this movie is about like a lot of small anger and stuff, and like the ways it manifests and like different bigotry and everything. And
Well, there's a massacre.
yeah, but it's also like a portrait of just like small town people who are talking about how much they hate black people and then like gay shit and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like he's a queer icon, the bunny boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
He's-
don't know that.
Like, remember
He's
when he gets
straight.
shot? Remember when he gets shot? Yeah, but he's like, or he's like,
He became like
not
an idol to-
traditionally like masculine. He gets like shot by those two like little cowboy boys. That's like traditional like American masculinity. He's like this, like,
Well, they call him a queer.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He smells like a queer. Ain't got
Smells
much
like
meat
a
on.
wetback's dick.
They say he smells like
Yeah.
a pussy, a pile of bullshit.
A wetback's dick. I was like, damn, they got a little
That's
kid to
it.
say that.
That scene is improvised.
Oh, those kids just
Yeah.
brought
He
that
just found
off the
I
dome.
saw some interview
Yeah.
with him the other day, and he just found those kids like in a grocery store or something, and he heard him just kind of like talking. And he was like, they were just these kids that were just like, fucking hell, damn it. And he thought it was funny. So he asked if
got
they
an eye
wanted to be in
for
the movie.
talent. That's for sure.
So the budget of this movie is $1.5 million. It's funded by, well, it was distributed by Fine Line Features, New Line Cinema, same people that made Lord of the Rings 4 years later. But
Wowee.
after Pulp Fiction, there was a big indie boom, and this movie is piggybacking off the success of Kids, so they probably thought they were going to get like a white trash Kids kind of movie,
Mm.
It
but
kind of was.
they're apparently the studio hated the movie and they wanted him to like cut it, just like keep cutting things, and he said like Harmony Korine said they cut all the violence, all the frontal nudity, and they still were upset. And eventually he was like, he also had a fight with the ratings board, and the ratings board wouldn't give him an R rating. So he called them up and said, he threatened to like cut the throat of the head of the ratings board. And then he got an R rating apparently.
Oh, they caved.
Yeah.
Nice. So that works.
That's how you got to do it. It's
threaten
like
with
Tropic
violence.
Thunder.
Oh,
Tom-
Les Grossman or whatever.
Yeah. That's how you have to act in Hollywood and to make it in the biz.
It's a tough industry. It's
Hey,
kind of
if
like the
you wanna-
cat killing industry.
If you want to make it in the biz, both cat killing and Hollywood, you're gonna need a knife. That's what they always say.
Dude. I feel like my time in LA, I was the cat. You know,
So
Which one? The one getting drowned?
there's no cats.
I was all of
No.
them.
No cats were harmed in the making of this picture. It's all visual effects. It's all
Visual effects. What do you
Oh.
mean?
these are it's
CGI.
smoke and mirrors, body
Well,
doubles,
I was
fake
thinking-
cats.
Like, you're always, well, you see like the cat, him like holding the cat by the scruff and stuff. But a lot of the times when you're seeing these cats, them killing the cats, they're like already dead, and they're just like beating them with sticks already,
Yes.
which gives it like a weird quality of like, like kind of more of a surreal thing. But reality is like, oh, you're supposed to be seeing like the very tail end of them beating a cat to death with sticks, like after tying it up.
That's probably some of the violence they cut out.
It's kind of
this-
like an art house Beavis and Butthead. I
Yeah.
mean, couldn't this be the Beavis and Butthead movie? Live action,
Yeah, totally.
like the Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers movie. Like they were gonna make something commercial, and then it ended up being weird and dark
Yeah,
and gritty.
Hmm.
very interesting, William.
It'd be
Very
cool if
interesting.
but unfortunately, the Beavis and Butthead movie was not like this. But
Who would you cast live action Beavis and Butthead? And let me just say, one of them has to be Keanu Reeves.
I would cast if I was casting
He's
live action
Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead, I would cast William and Ryan.
you know who'd be
Yeah, the
good with
fucking-
Keanu Reeves? There's this actor,
Beavis and Butthead.
Alex Winter. He would be
Mhm.
really good as Beavis, and then Keanu would be really good as Butthead. And then
Yeah,
George Carlin would make a great the
Hank
neighbor
Hill.
guy. Yeah.
What? Go.
Hank Hill's the
Mr.
neighbor. Though them boys
Oh,
been
that's
whacking off on
right,
that tool
that's
shed.
right.
That's Hank Hill.
Which one was a spinoff?
King of the Hill.
Well, Daria was also a spinoff, but that's now we're getting out in the
That's
weeds-
neither
out in the
here nor there.
woods.
Yeah.
So
Now
this
we're
movie-
lost in the woods, y'all.
This movie had bad reviews when it came out. It's funny,
Yeah, I
like
can see.
the reviews are so bad. They're just like, "Fuck this movie." This is. I remember in Leonard Maltin, he said it was mind-numbingly awful, and gave it like 1 star.
It's too bad.
I
And
can
it's
see
just,
that though.
but like, 90s critics are so dumb because they're like, review every 90s movie like it's the 80s still, and they're just like, "This is terrible." And it could be like a really funny movie like Cabin Boy or something like, and they just don't like it because it's like rough and weird. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, it's not slick."
But we won in the end.
Of course. Now they
Yeah.
have to watch our garbage movies.
Yeah.
What are you guys are making movies again?
The youth of America.
Oh. Wait, you guys are youth?
No.
Whoa, buddy, William.
The youth has changed.
I
the
think
world.
we're a little past youth.
William's forever young.
I'm just saying the elites have
Leonard
been,
Maltin, the elite, the member of the elites.
The elites,
elites have lost.
mainstream media has fallen. You know, it
Hey.
doesn't mean anything anymore. There's no Siskel and Ebert, Leonard Maltin. Doesn't matter. It's just
Right. Nobody, Rotten Tomatoes, everybody's like, this thing sucks.
Oscar movies are out. No one cares. No one's seen
Yeah.
them. No one
I'm
like
getting
Tar.
thousands of hits on my letterbox.
Tar made $6 million.
That's cool.
The Fablemans made like 10, maybe. You know,
How much did The Wedding Singer make?
like a lot. 80 to 100 million, maybe 60 million. You know, way more than
The
the
business has
Fablemans.
changed, if you ask me.
What about Gummo?
It's all about Gummo now. Like this movie also seems to have predicted like YouTube culture. You know, one thing I was thinking about watching it, like structurally, I was like, what is this movie? You know, is this a Godard movie? Is this a Werner Herzog movie? And I kind of realized it's like a skate video. It's basically CKY, you know, but shot
cool.
shot
Yeah.
with a French cinematographer, and like every scene also could be like cut out and you could put an MTV bumper on the end. Like that scene where the albino is wearing the white outfit with the white hair, and then she has red glasses and a red apron, and she's talking about like, I think Patrick Swayze is sexy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's cool.
You know, I would pay money to touch him. And then there's that little techno song playing, and she's just like dancing and having fun, you know, like
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Yeah, when I was born, I had to lose all my toes."
she had
And you're
web
like,
feet,
what?
right? No, she was born with
She
no
just didn't-
toes.
She was born with no
Born
toes.
with no toes. They fell off when she was born. Something like that. And I'm like, what? Show us.
Yeah, I want to see those toes.
The cinematographer
do.
of this the cinematographer of this movie is this French guy named Jean-Yves Escoffier, and he shot all the Leos Carax movies. He died like in the early 2000s, in 2003, but like he's a really good cinematographer, and part of the reason why this movie is like so good is because he's shooting everything and himself, like he's holding the camera. And he said the crew, when he went to Nashville, and you know, he has to hire a local crew, he said they oftentimes didn't want to go in the house, like the cockroach house. They didn't want to go inside. They would like revolt, and he thought it was really insulting to the people who lived there. So he like
Yeah.
and I watched this interview with the cast of this movie now as adults, and they were saying like he was just like relentless, and like he would just shoot for hours, and like he was really into this, and like he probably didn't get paid almost any money, and he did it for free because the same year he shot Excess Baggage with Alicia Silverstone. So he shot this super slick, you know, heavily marketed MTV aimed movie that just like
So this was his passion.
that sucked. Yeah, this is
Project?
his like passion project. And like
Well,
here's
that
one more
fucking-
story. Hold on.
okay, yeah. And then I want to talk about how good he is at going.
So Harmony
That's nice.
Korine was at Sundance or something, and like he was talking to this woman at a bus stop, and she's like, how come you haven't made a movie yet? He's like, well, I can't find this cinematographer I like. He shot like Lovers on the Bridge or whatever. And the woman was like, oh, it's your lucky day because I'm his agent. And so
this guy,
the
More
cinematographer's
Tales
French
from
guy?
Hollywood.
this was on Tumblr. I saw this story. And so that's
That
how
was
he
from
hooked up.
Tumblr.
But he loved this movie. He was like very passionate about it. He's like in his 40s when he made it. So what's amazing about this movie, like watching it now, like something I didn't know when I used to watch it as a teenager is how lit and designed everything is. Like that scene with those two guys with the shaved head who
Yeah.
Brothers.
punch each
it
other.
gets like crazy real. Yeah.
Yeah. That scene in the kitchen with the camera just kind of like pointed at them. It's lit. Like there's a light out the window that's blue tinted, and then there's a light down the hallway that's pointing at him to be like interior lighting. And like,
It looks
And
like
then
home movie off the cuff.
yes,
Stuff. Yeah.
it looks like totally like cinema verite, but it
It's all
kind of is
planned.
because they start punching each other, but like it looks
He just lets them improvise.
Those performances
it
are
seems.
really good too. My thing with this movie that is like a shame is honestly because like there's so many good natural performances, just like people that feel like they're real, and they're these weird disaffected small town people and stuff. But the like main two kids, give these kind of more stilted art housey perform, or like the way it mixes with the dialogue just doesn't feel as, it doesn't feel like real, and it has this like art house mannerism to it that I wished wasn't there, because and it's okay because the content is still
It might
really
just
good,
be
but
a
like,
timing thing.
well, it's like the delivery is kind of bad, like off and stuff, but like if they were like really natural and stuff, the movie would feel like super, it would feel a lot more real in a way that would be like, where you'd be like, god damn, like this is insane. But these
So
kids kind of give like these kind of stilted art house performances that you see in a lot of indie movies.
the thing is, the little one, Solomon, he's an actor. He was in
Gummo.
the road. He's in Road to Wellville. That's where Harmony Korine saw him, and he was used to big movie sets, and so his mom was like really pissed the whole time and like kept threatening to shut the movie down and like hated the conditions. And I think they were just really it sounds like they were all very uncomfortable making the movie almost every day, from what I saw in the interview. Like they, like, imagine if you're a kid, okay, and some guy's like, hey, we're gonna make a movie, you know, yeah, this is New Line Hollywood, like this is a real Hollywood movie. And then every day you show up and it's like, okay, so we're gonna go in this cockroach house and you're gonna like fuck a retarded person and you're gonna like do
Yeah.
this and do that. And like there's gonna be a fight scene with a chick. Like they
Yeah.
seemed really uncomfortable, but like they needed the money. Like they talk a lot about how like this was the most money they ever made. Like one of them. And like the bunny kid said sometimes he didn't even want to like go to set and he would just like hide and they would have to like find him. Because they're like,
That's
you think about when you're 14 or 15 and like some guy's like, hey, take your clothes off, put this bunny thing on,
Yeah.
Yeah,
play an
you don't have
accordion in a
the-
toilet. You're like,
It's
I don't want to
pretty cool that
fucking
he knew
do
how to play
this.
that.
Like they said they can't even watch the movie. Like they don't like watching it.
That's
It's like
crazy.
That makes
it's like
sense.
uncomfortable for them to like, because a lot of it's improvised, a lot of it's like script is thrown out and made up and just like,
I will say that the Gummo kid he is really good in the scene where he's trying to, or he's like about to fuck the prostitute or whatever.
Oh, that
He's-
was fun.
that's
Both of them are really good.
Honestly, like if you're looking for an example of how to talk to a lady, it's a pretty good scene. He's saying the right, he's talking.
that's your technique.
That's how I do it. I
Just
mean, I took
pretend-
notes.
Just
So-
pretend you're talking to a lady with pretend they have Down syndrome.
Dude,
If
it's all
that's
about
how-
confidence, man. That's what I'm saying. And he had it.
Well,
in
hold on.
spades before he
I
fucked
have-
this Down syndrome prostitute.
So that scene, his friend had sex with her first.
Yeah, and he comes out and you don't see her. That's so
Oh, you're right.
like
Yeah.
genius. You don't see her. He just goes in and he comes out with his shirt over his shoulder and he's smoking a cigarette like he's fucking
feeling
dope
cool.
as hell.
You know, yeah.
And then the other one, the brother, Max Perlich, who's like a real actor, he's in Drugstore Cowboy and like he's in a bunch of movies. He's peeking through the door crack looking.
Oh yeah,
But
tweaking
Her
his
make-
nipple.
That's fucked up, dude. What?
Her-
Hold on. What?
yeah, he was peeking the whole time. But
Yeah,
like
he has
this
like a
is weird
secret.
now.
He has a secret slot. Now it's weird. Got it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
his but that's like cool because that's like, you know, Revenge of the Nerds, Animal House, like
Porky's like looking through the showers. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
pretty
this is
basic.
just-
yeah.
this is
pretty
just a sex
harmless.
comedy.
Well,
This
yeah,
is-
that's what boys do.
and like
Yeah.
but her makeup is pretty nice considering what she went through first, you know.
Oh, true. Maybe,
mean-
maybe he was like one,
No kissing,
two pump
just-
chomp kind of thing.
just penis and vagina sex.
Yeah.
He
That's
is
cool.
like 14.
Dude. If it was me, I would have fucked her.
She would have been, her makeup would have been all
yeah,
messed up.
yeah.
Oh my god, she
Like
would
the
have
Joker.
Take it from me, okay?
I would have.
Yeah, she would have looked like the Joker. I got through.
Down
just-
syndrome Joker.
Oh, no, that's a good version of the character.
That's the next one.
That's the next one. Oh,
That's the
everybody's
next-
wondering what the next Joker is going to be. Down syndrome Joker.
That would be awesome, really.
It'd
Have
be
you seen that
quirky from
movie?
Life Goes On.
It'd be chaos.
Have you seen the trailer for like Champs?
Oh
Woody
yeah, yeah, you
Harrelson.
have. You sent it to us and said you were cracking up. in that movie.
Champions.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't watch
I
it.
got really high. And what I guess I don't think I saw Avatar, but
You saw it
I
in the
saw
theater and you were like laughing your ass off or something.
Megan.
Megan.
Well, it's during Megan.
yeah.
And so the trailer for Champions came on. I was just laughing through but trying to be quiet. So I was just like, and like,
You're like a villain.
and this dude next to me was like really, you could tell he's bothered by it, but it made me laugh more and more, and I couldn't stop. And I would just
It's
look
like when you're in
down at my
church,
feet.
you get the
I
giggles.
looked down at my feet, just laughing. I couldn't believe this movie looked so bad.
By yourself, right? You went to that movie by yourself.
Megan, yeah.
You went to this
That's a
movie
good-
by
that's a
yourself
sweet
and you
story.
just villainously chuckled.
I think it's endearing. It's a humanizing story for you, Willie.
It's a remake, apparently. I bet it's a French movie.
Dude,
Spanish.
this is Peter Farrelly's second go with this idea because he did it with The Ringer. He produced it, but it was it was his movie.
Well, so there's something about Mary also has the brother.
They're
Walter.
big on like special needs, mentally challenged people and stuff.
Who isn't? I mean, this was
I
the
love
era
him.
of the like the mentally challenged,
Yeah,
Yeah, we know you love them, Adam.
of course.
Yeah. Like you gotta
Angels,
love
God's
yourself,
angels.
Love yourself before you can love anyone else.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you had to accept.
The next Jesus movie, he'll
course.
be mentally challenged.
Yeah, dude.
Down syndrome Jesus. It's fucking just like
These woke
brutal, as
companies
bad
have
as
their way.
Passion of
He
the
is-
Christ, like getting
They're
whipped.
making Jesus Down syndrome.
And he's in blackface.
He's gay, blackface, Down syndrome Jesus.
These companies, these woke companies,
That'd be cool.
woke Hollywood
Oh,
at it again.
I would honestly watch that movie.
That would be cool.
And it's
Might-
just like a serious drama. Like the dialogue and like the whole ambiance is just intense and serious.
Nobody mentions it, of course, the blackface and the Down syndrome and stuff, because
Oh, yeah.
trying to be sensitive.
John C. Riley wins an award for playing
As
Judas,
basically doing
Judas,
Steve Brule.
whatever. Oh, he's
Hey, I saw a tweet that was like, I saw a tweet that was like, who are you and what little guy are you in that Bosch painting Garden of Earthly Delights? Because it's like this big mosaic 3-piece painting of all these little guys, and it's like they're all naked and there's funny little things. And I was thinking, this is a fun movie to do that with. Which Gummo character are you? Even like the small like ones that don't have lines and stuff.
I'm both of the brothers, both of the bald-headed brothers.
That's cool, man.
No, I'm actually the tape, the duct tape.
On the titties.
Yep. You
yeah,
know,
I'm the two large
I
redheaded
adhe-
twin women that the other non-Chloe Sevigny blonde
They're just in the
eyebrow
background when
girl.
they're getting her toes painted. She's
Yeah,
like,
I'm the two large redheaded
you can put
girls.
stars on mine, Darby.
Sparkle.
It's a fun, yeah. It's like
I
this movie's
mean,
kind of like a
there's a lot of great
collage,
characters.
a tapestry of characters.
Remember how the brother of the retarded girl is like pulling his nipple the whole time?
Yeah,
Doing that.
just tweaking it.
Oh, I
mean, the-
kind of missed the note. I feel like
That's
I missed
what
that
when he was
detail.
looking through the
Adam
because
was
that
just
scene came on and he
masturbating.
had to go jerk off.
He just before it even happened.
He
just
just
knew-
knew
he
it was
just-
coming.
Adam's just
about-
watching them. Adam's just sniffing glue with his eyes closed.
In a ditch somewhere.
I'm tweaking my own nipples.
It's that great character, Jared, of course. You know, he's the other cat hunter.
Adam's
Uh,
no, Adam, you're the albino with no toes, but you're still wear the toe shoes.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
there's a
to make,
late.
to make to make up for
I'm
not having
committed,
toes.
dude.
There's his
Committed to
dad
that toe shoe lifestyle.
driving around in the car. He's also in the scene where they
Oh,
wrestle a
yeah.
chair.
Wait,
Classic.
Yeah,
who's
and he
the-
goes,
Who's the dad?
he's only in that one scene.
He has the
He's
mustache.
he's
Oh, that guy is also he's the guy who's like, I hate N-words. I just don't like them. I think that's like old footage of him.
Could be.
And then it shows him later. Yeah, like I
Could be.
don't know, pretty sure. Cause like I was that guy stuck out to me the last time I saw this movie.
looks
Well,
so
that whole
real.
speech
That
he-
shit
the
looks
whole
so real.
speech
Yeah,
he
it's
You
so
know?
does,
real,
too.
and you're just like, it's such a disturbing conversation.
I
just
hate
because you're
that.
just like,
Mm.
God damn, this is what people in small, like rural, poor.
What about
Well,
that
the-
really cool footage of
Americas
that guy
says-
playing guitar? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and he's like has a beard and he's fat, and he's like, and then the camera just pans and he's like, and like the sound gets really loud. God, that
Yeah.
scene's so awesome. There's the
Well,
little
what about
girl
the-
playing in the puddle who gets molested. She's like, my dad.
Yeah.
But there's a
That was
late
Oof.
movie character who is amazing. Okay. And has maybe the best line in the movie. Now the cat goes missing of all the girls. So they go to the bowling alley looking for it. And there's a guy who comes up. He's like, I seen your cat. I
Oh,
can
yep,
help you
yep.
find it. Come on, get in my car. I
All
used
three
to
of
write
them.
gossip.
Oh, yeah.
Gossip? What's gossip?
Well,
You
he says
know,
his
like-
Freddie Prince is his brother.
Yeah.
He was
Freddie
Freddie Prince,
is
and they
my
go,
brother.
"Who's that?"
This is the one from Chico the Man who killed himself. And then he's like, all right, hold on, let me reach down here. You try
And
to
he
touch my
just-
coochie.
Yeah, that line. He tried to touch my coochie.
Ain't nothing new for trash like you. Great
That
scene.
ain't not, and then he yells it again on the way out. Ain't
amazing?
nothing new.
The way the story just moves, you know, the plot is so tight.
Well, you kind of. There's also the guy, the rival cat.
Jared, he's cool.
Oh, that's Jarrett. That's Jared. But I was just thinking because it's like he's kind of actually doing like the cowardly thing. Like even though that what you're seeing these scenes of like the Gummo kid and the other kid beating Cass to death, like you hear about somebody pouring gasoline down a Cass mouth, set on fire and shit. They're like shooting Cass with BB guns, drowning them and stuff. All these like very horrific, very metal things. And this other Jared kid is like
poisoning them.
or putting broken glass in tuna cans. And
He's stealing their business.
but that's really the more cowardly thing because it's much more longer, more agonizing death for the cat.
Well, yeah, and you don't have to see it.
This
Yeah,
could be a
exactly.
metaphor for the American West when the old ways were dying and the new technologies. It's almost like No Country for Old Men. He's the evil cartel members.
Yeah, and it's more efficient the way he was doing it. It is.
It's more efficient, but it makes the food harder to eat at the Chinese restaurant.
A little glassy.
You know, the
That's what it's all
BBs,
about.
the little BBs they were using, that was more effective or more cleaner or more.
No way. None
More
of it's
beautiful.
clean. You shouldn't eat cats. Cats eat weird rats and they have weird parasites. You're gonna get sick.
There's a beautiful woman in the
Nah.
beginning of the movie gargling with, or is the guy gargling with mouthwash when they're in the broken car and there's like burning trash can and he
Yeah,
feels
that's
the lump in her
the
titty.
yeah, that's
yeah.
the main guy. That's the older cool guy, the legend. He goes
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him.
The
The
legend.
guy, he has a marvelous persona.
He's one of the BV. Yeah, he has a marvelous persona.
Great scene where he's
Charismatic
just,
man.
when he's dancing and there's like, it's VHS and they're just playing like weird music over it. And he's like ranting and raving.
I really like
That is
the actress who has the lump in her titty. She's like she's really good, I thought. She's like, what?
And she's like,
What do you mean?
Boys will stop looking at me. Yeah, when I saw this at New Beverly, and that part got a huge laugh when her eyes got all big. She's like, "Whoop, you felt a lump in my titty," and everyone's like, "Ha ha ha ha."
New Beverly guys.
This
Cool.
movie got a lot of laughs. You know,
It's a funny movie.
The scene, the best, my favorite scene, I think the best scene is the Harmony Korine gay black little person.
That was my least favorite scene.
It's just very funny and like, I don't know. He's just like,
my mother,
yeah,
Didn't
there's
love
just a funny
me.
idea.
and we used to play games where I rolled marbles, and I try to get in her belly button, but if I hit her in the side, she hit me.
He's talking about
here.
how his mom's titties suck or something like that. Right?
You know I'm
He's just-
gay.
he had a bunch.
And then it gets all tense. He said that's the last scene they shot because he had to get drunk and fucked up. So he waited till
He's
that
kin-
was the end of the movie to do that.
He looks like Pee Wee, by the way, doesn't he?
He's wearing a cool jacket, this awesome windbreaker. This is like the first real, like hipster movie because like all these New York people, because he moved to New York, made kids, and then obviously he moved back, and like this was the aesthetic of like the hipster aesthetic, you know,
Yeah,
for
totally,
years. Like
totally.
this is the it's like, yeah, it's grungy, but also it's just like it's that like Terry Richardson kind of photography where you just point a
Yeah.
camera and you have like one bright light and you're just like
And you're
looking
filming
at 'em
underage kids.
naked
making
and
out
they're
with
being
with
freaks.
women in a pool.
That seems all that looks like a lot of fun. Let's face it. In the rain,
Yeah, but it's like,
just making out with two chicks in the
were
rain.
they underage? Were they older
They're
than
older than
18?
him.
Chloe
He's
70s,
underage.
gotta be.
But were they over 18?
Yeah, but he's underage.
Yeah, is it statutory? We like that's shouldn't be
Kissing?
legal to
You
film.
can
mean, it's-
kiss.
it's
You can
art,
kiss
dude.
a teen.
When
What?
a-
How do you know
When a
that?
grown woman kisses an underage boy, it's art.
Okay.
My opinion.
Can you
As
imagine
somebody
being the
who's-
parent on set?
As somebody
I
who
kissed
knows art.
I kissed a lot of A-list actresses when I was 14. I had a
Yeah.
good summer. I went to Universal Studios Hollywood and I made out with all the babes, the
Mhm.
friends, Phoebe.
Wait, puckered up.
They were hanging
Uh,
out at Universal Studios. Hollywood.
Ross, how does Ross? I feel like Ross has slimy lips.
I didn't kiss no dudes. I kissed the chicks, Phoebe and Courtney Cox and Jennifer.
What about
Aniston,
Joey?
Monica.
Nice save.
Joey
ABRB.
jerked off and watched, which was cool.
Oh, yep.
Little
I
freaky.
heard that about him. Heard
Then
that
I made
about
out.
him.
I made out with the cast of Saved by the Bell.
Which one?
Screech, Lisa Turtle.
Is Screech dead?
Yes, he died. R.I.P. Screech. I bet Screech would have been a great Gummo character. His house basically looked like a Gummo house. He was a
Really,
hoarder.
when he died?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah. Gummo is though a lot of people live like the characters in Gummo. You know,
Yeah, I mean that wasn't even a set. That's why it's like it wasn't even sets. That was just people's houses. Like how much of this was real and how much of this was like
well, they
set
shot a
design.
lot in one house. There's like
that
one
hoarded
house they shoot a lot at. Like apparently the retarded sex scene stuff that's upstairs, the second
Okay.
floor. So they shot a lot of the. I think they're trying to make everything way worse than it really is, you know. But the hoarder house caused a lot of problems. That little kid Solomon, that Adam keeps calling Gummo, that guy, the Screen Actors Guild got
Yeah.
upset with the movie. I guess his mom complained or something. and
Yeah,
so that
because he's
kid had
making out with a grown ass adults.
no, like the sets, the cockroaches and the filth were like upsetting
Oh
to her.
yeah,
so
yeah.
so he would put a hazmat suit on every day, walk through the house, but then he would be in the bathtub for like 12 hours, 14 hours or something. And like
So he's just like the kid, the kid in the movie. His mom gave him a spaghetti dinner in the bathtub too.
so he also is allergic to tomatoes. So when he's eating spaghetti, he's spitting it out in a bucket after each take.
That's
Yeah,
disappointing.
I
hate that
noticed he
shit.
didn't eat
That's why he ate the
The-
chocolate bar. And the little
yeah,
black kid selling the chocolate bar. Yeah, we're
he
making
had
money.
soap on it. Oh, I
Dude.
like those two characters. I'd like to see a spin-off with those two
they're
characters,
cool.
like grown
Yeah.
up.
Imagine though, like remember the scene where he's working out and his mom comes down and is just like, "What are you doing?
Linda Mans.
You working out?"
She's in Days of Heaven and Out of the Blue.
Oh yeah, she's the kid in Days of Heaven, right?
Yeah, she's the one who talks like this and narrates the whole movie and just says like crazy shit.
He
She
doesn't.
improvised.
It'd be hard to lift while your mom is dancing.
Yeah,
like,
but
tap
she was
dancing
trying
right
to she
behind
was
you
trying
and
to
stuff.
cheer
With
him
a
up.
gun.
I thought that
With a-
scene was cute because she
with a
at least
gun
she
to
was
her
there,
cute.
you know.
It's like a parent being like, "Why are these kids like?
It was a
Come
cap
on,
gun.
kids."
If you don't smile, I'm gonna shoot you.
She's
I've
the true
killed
Joker.
before and I've killed again. If you don't smile, and then she does a
And
little
he
tap
never
dance.
And he's lifting like a half
cute.
an ounce of silverware.
His arms are like
Oh, yeah, he's
are
taped up
bending the wrong direction. He's so skinny.
Dude, I've been there.
Here's the thing, like that kid, okay. Yeah, he looks kind of weird, but like I bet
Unique. He
casting
looks unique.
agents liked him. I bet he did a lot of commercials. I bet he was thinking like, maybe I'll be like Macaulay Culkin. Maybe, oh, I'm gonna be in a movie. This is my big break. And then he's like, oh man,
Fucking
this
Gummo
movie's
kid.
fucking weird.
They put his
you
head
know?
like profile on the poster to be like, this movie's gonna be fucking weird as shit. Look at this kid's profile. That's
I'm
all like you need to
exploited.
see.
And like, he's from New York City. He's the New York City actor.
He looks like it for
And
some
he
reason.
said the movie had like there was a party when the movie premiered in New York at the Limelight Dance Club. The Limelight Dance Club was a church where electronic music, like house music and ecstasy, first came to America, like according to the documentary about it. I'm sure there was, going on in other places too. But then that's also where they shot the club in Bad Lieutenant. It was like it was like a huge nightclub in New York. And he said he could like get in when he was like 13 and 14 because he was in this
Weird.
movie. And they're just like, oh yeah, it's
'Cause
the
he was
kid
in
from
Gummo?
Gummo. Yeah.
Nice.
So
And what did he do? Sex and
probably
drugs?
probably
He
bang
got a stick
bang
sucked by
chicks.
millions of chicks.
No, he was 13.
The hottest women in the world would just blow him. The Friends,
And you
Phoebe.
just go,
Monica.
It's every girl's
But make
fantasy
you
to
all
fuck the kid from Gummo.
damn.
Women
That's what
will
I
fuck
strive for.
Any person from
You
who's
could do it.
famous.
Well, you remember that Aisha music video? The kid
Yeah,
looks.
this kid's he's just like the
It
Aisha
looks
kid. He really does.
They look the same.
I love that video.
Aisha, I was in Gummo.
Oh, see the kid for if that kid was in Gummo, he would not be needing to make any videos to some fucking girl named Aisha. He'd be too busy getting his dick
He'd be
sucked by
too
like
busy in the club getting
dozens. Yeah,
getting sucked from the back.
yeah.
Getting his dick sucked from the back. You know how it goes.
That's why kids get into movies.
You know how it is when you're 13 in the club and you just getting your D sucked from the back.
Hey, not everybody had our experience, Ryan. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
it was one
a lot of
time and
13-year-olds that were-
Adam sucked my D from the back at a club. It
We
was
sucked
one
each other's
time.
dick from the back.
Wow.
Somebody did. What were you doing at 13,
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Getting sucked from the front, you weirdo.
I would be caught dead. So what do you think this movie is about, William?
Natural
movie-
disaster.
I mean, if you had something else you wanted to say, that's fine too. But
Well, there's still, I was trying to think of some other good scenes to talk about, but like,
movie's
there's a
just
really
a-
good,
it's like like this movie, a really great thing about this movie that what movies did this before this movie? Like the whole like kind of collage
I told you
vibe.
skate videos.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Oh,
like,
there's a William Eggleston
is he the only
movie.
one that, or is he like is this the first movie that has this like crazy?
No. So like the whole
pastiche?
time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, this looks like a William Eggleston photo. Do you know who William Eggleston is? He has
No.
this famous photo of like a red roof, like a red ceiling. But he made a crazy ass movie himself. That's a video that's all shot on VHS in black and white.
Yeah, there's like documentary elements to this movie. Like, is this movie a documentary you're talking about?
And it's
Like
like
a
in a small
photography
town.
movie?
It's in a small town and it's a bunch of drunk people. Another movie I was thinking about was Heavy Metal Parking Lot. Is kind of like this.
Yeah, totally. Well, this is the first movie though that kind of like really made it like this big
Errol Morris,
put everything together in this kind of grand way for a feature length, I guess. Like this is the first movie that did that, you're saying? This is a big
No.
deal if it is.
No, not at all.
But like you're talking about movies that have elements
Here's
that
the
this
thing.
movie has, but this movie's kind of puts all these things together in like a big scope. In that
I'm just saying, look,
no movie
nothing
did
is
it like that before.
is new. Nothing is new. Never assume anything is being done for the first time.
I'm saying everything is new.
I'm telling you,
The new Jonah Hill movie, You People, Nobody's done that before. Nobody's made this sort of commentary on race relations before.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Reverse. What if
Nobody
it's a
ever
white
thought of that.
kid coming to, and it's a black guy's house, and the
What
daughter's
about
black?
white chicks?
There should be a multiverse sort of movie with that movie, and then the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and then Guess Who, the Ashton Kutcher Bernie Mac movie, where all these characters have dinner together, and it's just fucking crazy. People don't know what to think.
Is that
You know?
your next picture?
Yeah, that's
The
my
next
next
picture you're
that's the
writing.
cinematic universe I'm trying to build.
A great scene occurs later, like late in the film, where they go to the kid Jared's house and they're snooping around, and they find pictures of him in like gay magazines and stuff.
Oh, they're not like personal pictures, you're saying?
Well, they find personal pictures of him, and they find.
him in a dress.
And then it cuts to like them, like it cuts to Jared like putting on the clothes, and it's like VHS footage, and you hear Harmony Korine directing it. It's like clearly
Mhm.
behind the scenes footage, you know. And that's why I was thinking this is like a skate video. This is like
Yeah.
they're just doing sketches. They're like, all right, now we're just gonna do like a little fashion corner, and like we're gonna have a little like here's like them on the bikes. That's like a skating montage.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then
So you're really saying that like the real cinematic visionary is Bam Margera,
well, Big Brother.
but no,
It all
Big
goes
Bro-
back
Tony-
to It all goes back to Big Brother, baby.
that was before
Tony Hawk.
CKY.
Tony Hawk goes
Oh,
back
yeah.
to Tony Hawk.
All right.
Goes back to pole jumpers, really. I mean, it's all just pole jumpers.
But
When
Bam
we were
mixed
making
it,
gum.
Tony Hawk.
Bam mixed it with that metal style. You know, this movie is
Bam,
right.
yeah,
The
Bam,
Margera
added
is
a little. He added a little attitude.
CKY is definitely Gummo
like
influence.
the grandfather of this movie.
It's the grandson.
No,
Well,
CKY came before this movie, right? No,
Yeah, right. Are you kidding?
I don't fucking remember. When did this movie come out?
1997.
Okay,
CKY 1999. God.
Okay, Jesus.
CKY 2K
God, oh my God,
Let me guess.
Adam, God.
2000, 2001.
1998.
You know, Ryan Dunn, live fast, die young.
R.I.P.
That's what I say.
That's how he did it.
I can't find this William Eggleston movie. Maybe he didn't direct it. Maybe someone else did. But God, it was so cool. There's this movie from the early 80s, black and white, VHS. Man, it
What's
kicks
the nudity
ass.
like?
It's all in these bars and shit, and it's just like drunk people talking and acting stupid.
Is it on Letterboxd?
What's the nudity?
I can't find it.
The nudity?
Maybe you dreamed it.
I might
What's
have.
the new?
That's a
Is there
beautiful
any
dream.
nudity?
Is the,
What's-
does
What's the nudity? What is there nudity?
Ryan's curious if there's nudity.
There's always nudity. There's
Nice.
Go on.
there's some David Lynch influence in this movie, that like small town America shit. You know,
There's always
like,
nudity when you're the kid who was in Gummo. He's getting his dick sucked.
Yeah, he's in the club at 13,
time.
dude.
Yeah, and dudes, he doesn't even care anymore.
Also, nobody was wearing T-shirts in the whole movie. It was just a bunch of kids raising themselves.
skins.
Oh yeah, that scene where the guys are all shirtless arm wrestling in the kitchen.
Yeah, and then the little dude beats the big dude.
Yeah,
have to put-
feel-
I'm gonna-
I would believe that. Like it's like more coiled power. You know,
I'm gonna push back, Ryan, because
Little-
I believe I
little
saw
arm.
a Dio t-shirt, a Crocus t-shirt. I saw many cool band
What?
t-shirts. There's many awesome band shirts in this movie.
Sure. But what about the scene with all the shirtless guys?
That scene,
Every
that
kid
scene-
is like shirtless. They're just like babies in diapers, and he kept cutting to
the
actual-
dwarf in that scene, in the chair fighting scene. Do you remember his t-shirt?
Yeah, it's Israel
It says
Israel's-
Israel on
and
it.
it was
as the
way too
Israeli
big.
flag, right?
And it was way too big.
That's a really funny shirt.
See, this is
they
what
had to
this
have been,
movie's
like,
so
cracking up about
rewatchable. Yes. Chloe Savini did the costumes. It's all thrift store
Oh my
shopping.
god, genius! Chloe, you're a genius. Very funny,
Was it-
Chloe.
There's so many great characters.
Funny
What about the guy who plays tennis
What?
and has the lines in his hair, and he has like ADD and has that
Yeah,
little montage?
and they're just obsessed with him, and he's like, "Yeah,
It's cool to
my,
see a guy in
my
slow
s-
motion training while talking about how he doesn't have
And
ADD
he's not-
anymore because he's on
'Cause
the.
he,
It's like the
he drinks
focus
water.
training montage. Yeah,
He
drinks
runs
water
over and he's
and
like,
I'm
sunlight.
taking
my
Ritalin now, so
my
it makes
serve
you
got-
normal.
my serve got 8% better, and they're like, how'd you do that? And he's like, well, turns out I got ADD. And basically, he's
So
just on meth.
that's a
He's
really
just on
funny
fucking
question.
Ritalin.
This
He's
is like
not
a comedy
normal. He's
sketch,
on
basically.
performance enhancing
Yes.
drugs.
Okay, I'm seeing what you're talking about.
But
That's
they
the
are
scene
just obsessed
also-
with him.
That's the scene also that starts with the retarded girl singing the ABCs twice.
Yeah,
in
walking.
full completion while carrying a baby doll.
Yeah, that's sweet. Um,
Hell of a film.
I don't remember that. I remember last time I saw this, or maybe I'm
You
thinking
don't
of a
remember the
different movie.
ABCs?
Maybe it's maybe it's a different Harmony Korine movie. Yeah,
Adam, do the
How does it go?
ABCs.
I know the ABCs. Okay, it would be no problem for me to do them.
Prove it.
I just don't worry about it. I just know. We
Prove
don't need to
it.
hear it. It's such an obvious thing. Like everybody knows the ABCs, of course, and I do too. Sorry.
I just did it really fast.
Oh, damn, dude. Okay, I'm a smarty pants like you.
What can't you remember if it's in this movie or what you thought?
Oh, there's a guy like an obese guy working out on his bed, where he's talking about like all the exercises he does on his bed, which he never like leaves or something like that. I don't know if he's that obese.
Sounds like Trash Humpers.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm thinking that.
Trash
That's very.
Humpers.
I mean, that could be in Gummo. Let's face it.
Trash Humpers makes Gummo look like Citizen Kane. It's like very loose. Very loose. They hump
Trash
trash.
humpers, yeah. And the
They hump-
videos of them are like they're wearing masks and humping trash. They're
Yeah.
literally. It's a good title,
That's the one with the
The movie
tuba
is.
guy.
but dude, I'm really. CKY should get. Bam should get all the credit for this.
Okay.
In my opinion.
For Gummo, I would give credit to
Gummo.
heroin
Anyway.
and cocaine.
Yeah.
Bam probably loves this movie. So I think that's, Bam has better taste in music. That's the thing about CKY and, Viva La Bam and that weird, like, that weird, like, romantic metal. What was that shit he would wear all the time with the heart and the pentagram?
Yeah, the heartogram.
Him.
Fucking more Philly style.
Did you love that music?
Dude, I had a him. Him had some bangers.
They have some
Yeah, they
good
were
stuff, Gummo soundtrack is a little more
It's kind of in the Evanescence group
Hip.
of music, like emotional metal.
What's your favorite song from Gummo?
it's the bike scene. The bike scene is the ultimate scene of Gummo. It's the iconic scene when they're on the hill going down. And it's like dun 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 dun, and it kind of sounds
sure.
like
Nope.
it
That's
sounds
wrong.
like Nazi music, and you're like, it's like they're not doing anything bad.
They look like little shitheads though.
but I guess they have BB guns strapped over
They got
their
BB
shoulder.
guns on the front and the shoulder, and they just
They're
look
going
like
to
little
kill stray
shitheads.
cats.
But
Honestly, it
Brutally.
reminded me of like a way dirtier Iowa, like going to my grandparents. Like it wasn't that bad. There wasn't.
But
like,
it's kind of
trash
like
everywhere.
the
But
the
those types
movies-
of people.
the movie's saying like it's like the kid. I think what we see of the Gummo kid's life, like he is working out and his mom comes down and is like, what's my, like, come on, snap out of it, like stop being so
they're earning money and they're
angry and stuff like that, like, but it's like
good kids.
he's
dad-
a
his dad
kid,
just
but it's
died.
like this world has made them like that. They're just really
Well, his
bored.
dad just died. They're bored, and he's dealing with a lot. There's no.
This is just what
smart
happens when
people
you're-
around.
Yeah. When you get
They're
really
trapped.
bored, when you get
That's
this
poverty,
bored,
man. No, that's just poverty.
your life is like Gummo. You become very Gummo-esque.
It's poverty, bruh. Trust me, I've been there. You know how many times my cousins and I have had to have sex?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times?
No.
Twice.
Damn, dude.
Dude,
It's just like a realistic
Thanksgiving.
number.
You're like, I think Thanksgiving's ready.
Twice in one handy. I won't
That
tell you
sounds
who I
about
gave it
like the
to.
exact
Female or
amount.
male?
Like you would-
Female or male?
I won't tell you who I gave it to.
Fair enough.
There's
I won't
another
tell you
movie.
I won't tell you which
Come
guy's
on.
dick I jerked off, but or whether it's female or guy. But
There's
Out of your cousins,
you can guess.
just your extended family. I'm gonna guess uncle.
Nope.
There's another movie Harmony Korine wrote called Ken Park. That
Yeah, I've
also
seen
has
that movie.
that movie is cool. It's never been released in America. It's only
After
available
Gummo?
bootleg in America.
That
It
scene
came out.
is that's the movie where the opening scene is a kid skateboarding to the
Yeah.
skate park, and then he sits on the top of a half pipe and he pulls out a gun and shoots himself.
In the head.
And then the movie's about like these kids who knew this kid.
and it's a portrait of these 6 kids, and each scene they each get like a few scenes, and there's like tons of sex. Larry Clark directed it, and like
Yeah, what do you think of
What's it
how
called?
Ken Park? But we've done the movie
holy.
Oli on this pod before.
So like after Kids was very successful, and they were like trying to get more projects going, but Kids is such a real portrait of like real people, and it feels so New York and so authentic, and like they put so much work into Kids than they did into Gummo. Like Gummo, you could dismiss as being lazy, right? Like this is lazy.
He even admits it.
Bully, it's like so exploitive, it makes people uncomfortable. Like Ken Park was so exploitive that they didn't even release in America, and like very quickly, like Harmony Korine and Larry Clark just were on so many drugs and like just not very productive.
But then Harmony came back with Spring Breakers.
Yes, and then he made
Is
The
that
Beach
good?
Bum. Spring Breakers is
awesome.
awesome.
You guys are so good.
No, that's what cool guys do. We like Spring
Sync up.
Breakers.
Like we're like really cool, like twin guys. That say
Spring
stuff
Breakers
together.
is awesome.
It is.
Yeah. It's the way William likes stuff all the time. Like
He hated it. He hated that he was you sunk up with him, synced it up.
It felt like I was kissing Adam on the lips
that is what it feels like. Little
in front of
peck.
in front of Ryan's family.
Yeah.
Spring Breakers is awesome, and then you just
Spring
kiss
Breakers.
each other. You just kiss at Thanksgiving.
Two people say it in unison. That maybe it's true though. And if it's not, those two people are just like two weird
What if you-
twins sort of guys.
What if you Freaky Friday because of that?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
What would you do? What's the first thing you'd do if you were in William's body right now? What's the first thing you'd do?
Check out his penis, of course.
No, you gay.
Oh, dude.
William, what would you
We've
do?
all been wondering.
Bang Adam's wife, you know.
He just immediately gets up, leaves. I'm like, what's going on?
I would start
In
a fire.
William's camera.
And then I would send pics to Adam.
What's going on? Hey,
Me.
William or Adam?
And I would send pics to myself.
Dude.
I'd get a face tattoo.
For the reverse Freaky Friday when you switch back.
And have a little memory.
Yeah.
I'd leave your family.
And Adam's just looking at my penis the whole time.
Yeah.
He's slapping it around.
I'm like,
Finally, I can see it. And he takes a picture and sends it to himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, ew, I don't want to see that.
Then we switch
He's
back and
sending
we
a
can never
dick
do the
pic.
podcast again.
He's sending a dick pic to you of your own dick.
I'm saving it for
That
later.
happens after you send your pictures
sex
of
pics.
my wife to your to your phone, being like, haha, of course, now for later. Ding ding.
I'd steal something and get a
Buzz.
face tattoo and light something on fire. That's the first thing I would do. First three
Just if you were
things.
any other person beside yourself,
Yeah,
just
I would just
immediately
dye my
a
hair.
face
GTA.
tattoo.
Go GTA mode. Just
Or
start
you switch
spending their
back.
money.
You're like, what the fuck? Like,
Buy all the
I would
guns at the
just
gun store.
fucking,
Change the car.
yeah.
eat a bunch of shit.
You just have diarrhea.
Get like really cool interior dome lights in your car.
No, just wreck it. Leave. Yeah, just leave. Go to a completely different state overnight. Like just leave.
Try to fuck this person's life
Just
up as much as you possibly can before the reverse.
Just assuming
Switchback.
it'll happen any second. The
Yeah.
switchback will happen any second. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get as much damage in.
Ride a bike to the biggest mountain you can find and then just ride it down and crash.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Vanilla sky it.
What if you can go in
What's that?
John Malkovich's head?
He's riding down the hill and he closes his eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about the Cameron Diaz scene, of course. That scene fucks. That scene fucking.
Yeah, dude, that
It's
scene
hard, dude.
fucks, dude. That scene fucks. Dude, that
scene
scene
is
like,
fucks.
when
You're
you
right.
swallow
White
a
knuckle
guy-
ride.
When you swallow guys cum, that means something. It's like, no, it doesn't.
It
Oh
does.
yeah,
Shit,
she says
what
that.
is she talking about?
What a
It
scene.
means you killed 99 billion or 99 million
I hate that movie.
potential people.
No, that's
One of
a
the worst
powerful
movies
film.
I've ever seen.
Powerful. We should do that movie. We should do that movie sometime.
No
No.
thanks. It's lame.
Wait, let's unpack the mystery.
No.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's got
thinking-
to.
What about Rain Over Me or Spanglish? Do you think those are good?
I've
I
never
never saw
seen
Rain Over Me, but I
Spanglish.
remember what
Rain
because
Over Me
Adam
is great.
Adam Sandler has like Rod Stewart hair in that movie.
Yeah,
know
and
what
there's
it's
a lot of
about?
funny 9/11 stuff.
Yeah, it's not about 9/11 stuff.
Well, his wife died in 9/11.
Yeah, so
And he
why if it
plays-
was this serious movie, why
Hold
does he have this
on.
fucking Rod Stewart haircut?
He then plays Shadow of the Colossus the whole time,
Oh,
and that's
cool.
like that's like his journey of his character.
He's got like PTSD.
It's hard. It's hard
Well,
to take a
'cause-
character seriously in a very intense. You want to go into the movie being like, let's take this seriously, and then he has this hair,
Yeah,
But,
but then
his
the
hair is
crazy
long
at the
because
end
he's-
too.
he's
the
not
craziest part,
but it's long
when-
in like the way of like a British old rocker.
Well, what's the craziest part is about his wife dying in 9/11 is at the end when he's talking to Don Cheadle, and he confesses that she was one of the terrorists that did 9/11,
Don Cheadle's like, Jesus Christ.
and then the credits roll.
Whole time talking to one of the spouses of the 9/11 hijackers.
This dude on a Segway.
He just starts riding the Segway around. No, is it a Segway or is it a Razor scooter? I
Both.
thought it was an adult Razor scooter.
Okay, so I
think it's
found
a
it. It's
weird
called
scooter.
Stranded in Canton. This is the
Stranded
William
in what?
Eggleston
The full
movie.
What is this? He sent us a link. I hate when you send us links.
Oh yeah, this is it.
This is the whole movie.
Just skip around.
What is this?
See, it's just a
It's an
bunch of
adult
weirdos.
Razor scooter. It's not a Segway.
No,
Just
this
get
link
right.
William sent. This is creepy, dude.
Oh, right.
Rain Over Me, dude.
Oh, that's a whole movie. I ain't watching that.
Oh yeah, this is freaking me out.
Yeah.
Is that a wig? Is Adam Sandler wearing a wig?
What are we watching? Which one are we on right now?
That's William Eggleston.
I'm back. I'm not
just
Now
saw
I'm
watching
this
on. I'm
crazy
googling.
William
Now I'm
Eggleston thing.
googling Rain Over Me, and Adam Sandler's hair is fucking terrible.
Yeah, why would they do
think
that
it's
in like
cool.
a movie that we're supposed to take really seriously? That's about this like
Because here's the problem.
Really
Okay,
awful tragedy.
when a movie like Rain Over Me is made, no one gives a shit. It's just shit garbage. They're making money. They don't care. It's way too expensive.
It's like summer. It's like a filler season type movie, like off season movie.
It's directed by some dumb actor who's just.
It's not
doesn't know what-
playing during the holidays.
The budget
It's
was 20
playing-
million. Box office 22.2 million. Not too bad.
Although he did make Indian Summer, a movie I like, and Blank Man, so I guess he's not so bad.
They were just cashing in on the 9/11 thing, though.
I don't understand Blank Man, by the way. it's very confusing because Damon Wayans played Handyman on The Living Color.
We've
And
talked
then he
about
has, like-
this. We've talked about this. It's supposed to be the handyman movie.
Imagine
Yeah,
them.
but why?
but they're like-
but they they watered.
They cut the balls out.
satire.
Imagine Damon
Satire.
Wayans in
Very
in
sophisticated satire.
blank man, but it's Down syndrome. Damon Wayans.
Handyman.
Yeah, that's what the movie is.
I'm a
Apparently it should
crime
be, like-
fighter.
That's what it's
And what if
What's it about?
Blank Man? What if Blank Man was in
pitched as.
Gummo?
He could work in Gummo.
Same kind of
Oh.
costume as the bunny ears.
And he's just like riding around on his like powered scooter thing that's on the Chicago rail.
Talk about Handyman or Blank Man.
Blank Man.
And Blank Man is mentally challenged, like Handyman.
But he's smart.
No, he's a
like a genius.
superhero.
He's an inventor.
Oh, he's like a nutty. He's like a
Have you
Weird
seen Blank Man?
nerd man. I
Have
don't remember.
You haven't seen Blank Man.
No, of course I've seen Blank Man.
Have you seen Meteor Man?
Of course, I saw that. I remember the movie theater. I saw that. I was a
What about
United Arts
Asteroid
movie
Boy?
theater in Clearwater, Florida.
Steel?
Asteroid Boy.
Steel, I have not seen.
Spawn.
Of course,
Double cheeked up ass XXX. You seen that?
of course.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that was
Who
Vin
was in-
Diesel's breakout role.
Who is in XXX2?
Asia Argento?
Who was the lead?
Adam Sandler.
Vin Diesel.
Ice Cube.
Oh damn.
I
No,
don't think anyone saw that movie.
I did.
But yeah, Blank Man and Gummo, that'd be cool, you know?
Yeah, that'd be cool. So Blank Man is mentally challenged. Where's it? You're saying?
Of course. It's just all it's like it's a retarded you're making fun of a retarded guy, but they can't say it. So it's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
it doesn't
Handyman
work.
is a little
doesn't work.
Instead of the
it's a
Down
little more-
syndrome
it's maybe a little
prostitute,
less
it's
nuanced.
Blank Man.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They're just fucking Blank Man in makeup.
We should just start watching In Living Color.
No,
Man on film, baby. In
Let's
Living
watch.
Oh
Color.
yeah, for sure.
Damon Wayans.
Forgot about that.
So what else can we say about Gummo?
Let me see.
It's a funny movie, has hardcore fans. People at New Beverly loved it. 2 people got up at the beginning of the movie and sat down in the floor in front of the movie theater screen.
closer.
They got in trouble. The manager had
That's
to
cool.
talk to them. People
Cool,
were
cool,
acting
cool.
Yeah, it's like a
crazy the whole
fire
time.
hazard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes.
Were they
makes-
on drugs,
Movie makes
probably?
people do crazy things.
Well, it's uncomfortable. That eyebrow scene is insanely uncomfortable.
When she shaves her eyebrows.
Yeah, and she's clearly cuts herself, and she's got like razor burn.
Oh yeah.
And and it's like done. She's done, and she just keeps going and going and going. And it's like, girl,
The kids were saying Harmony Korine
Yeah.
kept making bets with them and like daring them to do things. Like there was a jar
tell.
of cigarette butts that all the crew was putting their cigarettes in, and he was like, "I'll pay you $5,000 if you drink that." And these kids, you know, like they're young. It's like that's so much money for them.
yeah.
And he's like, "I will give you $5,000."
No. This movie treated its actors very respectfully.
So I
Yeah.
bet he was like,
Did it?
I'll give you $500 if you shave your eyebrows." And she's like, "Okay."
Did they
Oh,
really?
nice.
He really was that exploitive?
Yeah.
Exploitative?
Hell
So
yeah.
this is a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
No, this is how you make art.
Yeah,
You
he's a
take
bad
poor
guy.
people,
It's kind of like bum
give them
fights.
money, you give them bum fights money.
Dude.
I'm telling you, Gummo is a scam.
And then it
Like,
says,
this is-
yeah. written and directed
DKY,
by
bum
Bro, you didn't-
fights.
You didn't write
Oh,
nothing.
what
You
about,
just let them talk?
Harmony Korine actually made or was going to make a movie that was abandoned. I don't know how real this is, but this is like,
Yeah, called Fight Harm. It was
Yeah.
a movie of him smoking crack and then going up to people in line and getting into fights. And the whole movie was him getting beat up and he couldn't fight back.
I think they stopped it because he like had to go to the hospital or something like that.
What an
pe-
idiot.
People were like, "We can't let you make this movie anymore. You're going to get hurt. You're going to die."
What a dumbass.
In the credits for Gummo
He's an
at
artist,
the
right?
end, in the end
Yeah,
credits,
a dumb one.
it says magician David Blaine. So David Blaine was the magician on the movie.
What do you mean? Like
Yeah.
the crew magician?
It just says magician, David Blaine. I don't know what he did, but he was the magician. So let's ponder this.
An
It's also
off-camera
pretty.
magician.
The cockroaches were real in the house.
Of course. There's no way you could have.
So
What about
David
when they
Blaine was
shoot-
just doing magic for the crew or the actors, or just to like keep the mood good, keep the mood
No, to
magical.
keep them on
What,
edge.
what did the magician do on your movies, Adam?
You didn't have a magician on
It
your.
was a no budget movie. I didn't have a set magician.
Oh, dude, a magician is the first thing you get on a what?
You know,
You never had a magician on your
scrappy
movie.
indie
Both of
film.
them?
No,
I've only
didn't raise
I've
enough
only
on
worked
Kickstarter.
on
I couldn't afford.
I've
to
only
send
worked
the
on
magician.
scrappy indie films, and I've sacrificed a lot of salary to the magician.
You're like sleeping
Oh,
in your
you've taken
car,
less.
and
Got
then
it.
you see
'Cause
a
it's
magician
necessary.
walking out of a giant trailer. You're like, what's that magician?
like a 2-story trailer.
You're like, did you see lunch today? It looks
Yeah,
awesome.
no.
You're like, that's for the magician. What?
He's
He's
got
getting
like 3
sushi for lunch.
entrees, sushi, and ramen,
Yeah.
sushi.
take
All
care of him.
he's got options, fried
This is
chicken.
important.
He keeps the morale of the crew up
It's like Rasputin.
with
Gotta,
interesting
like,
yeah.
magic tricks.
but we all
Yeah.
respect him.
He's
Yeah.
like working for the Tsarina. He's helping her out. You know?
Hardly
Gotta have a
interacts with
magician.
anybody, but you gotta have a magician on deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
You're
you know
not
you
making
made
a
it.
Union
movie.
rules.
Yeah, you're not making a movie if there ain't a magician.
I'm the team's
No, it's Magic
magician.
Castle
I
rules.
worked
The
on
Magic
Hook.
Union.
Imagine how pumped you would get. You know, like you start dragging. These are 12-hour days. You know, but if you see an amazing close-up magic trick, you're like, let's fucking make a movie.
Yeah,
And it's David Blaine. It's like
12
it's like before he's
Yeah,
famous.
he's
You're
the
like,
best
fuck,
of the best.
this guy's cool. He's like,
It's
He's
just
the top
David
of his
Blaine
industry.
holding his breath, walking around the studio for like 3 days. They're like, yeah, he's held his breath for 3 days. This is fucking wild,
Cool.
dude. Like, let's make a goddamn movie. Let's get this scene.
David Blaine is like that kid. You know, like
Or he's like
did
walking on his
when
hands.
you were in high school, was there like a kid that was always doing some weird thing,
Yeah,
like throughout the day or
like drinking
whatever?
piss.
like drinking. I was gonna say like drinking
Oh, that's cool. Some people think that's cool.
like jumping on a cafeteria table and drinking piss. Yeah. We all know that kid.
Or like fucking his
We'll
cousin
build
at
it up so I have to
Thanksgiving.
like qualify what I did.
I didn't say Thanksgiving.
I did.
Anyway, that's what David Blaine is like. One of those, the kid that drinks piss.
4th
in
of
the
July.
cafeteria. Not on the table, but you know,
So Adam was the magician on his movie.
that was, yeah, you would say I was a magician.
Why is that magician got such a nice car? He's just driving around the set. This beautiful Rolls Royce.
The first Tesla.
Yeah.
I bet Elon Musk has a magician. He has a whole harem of magicians. Show me a trick.
Yes, quite. He's
And
billionaires.
when he's stressed out, he goes, please, magician, show me a trick. And
I
then
think personally we should limit billionaires to like no more than 2 magicians.
Okay, fucking
No,
communist piece of shit. Go back to
what-
China, you fucking loser.
one magician and one
Oh.
sorcerer.
there
That's what I
must
feel.
there could only be one magician per child per family. Boo. This one magician
that-
policy will ruin us in the long run.
Just that one
Telling you, then
single,
we could have
that one
universal
single
healthcare.
man, that one single rich man that has like 20 magicians and lives with just 20 other dudes doing magic.
Yeah.
But he's like the, you know, the big dick in town because he can afford 20 magicians,
Dude.
bunch of bunk beds. His
Yes.
house is only bunk beds that house magicians.
Magicians, of course, yeah. Traditionally only sleep in bunk beds. So
Yeah, or hammocks.
yeah.
Or they just put a bunch of ropes up and they hang over him.
That's a retired magician. They sleep in hammocks.
It's like a hangover.
Yeah.
You ever see Burt Wonderstone,
Of course.
Steve Carell, Jim
course.
Carrey, Jay Moore?
The incredible Burt Wonderstone. Right? Something like
That's a
that.
very,
Hey, was this
that's a
kid
very
from
expensive
Gummo?
movie.
Was this kid from Gummo in Christmas Story, the bully in Christmas Story, or that's a whole different redheaded kid?
Oh, different skull shape.
That's not him.
Got to look at the profile, Ryan.
I've never seen no profile.
Here's a profile.
No, that's a terrifying image of a
This is
shadow
movie-
monster.
This shadowy figure.
There's a
shadow
movie-
His
monster
finger
in
along
the
his
shed.
profile.
You look like a magician.
Last-
Sorry.
Remember Last American Virgin when they all fuck the prostitute
Yeah.
and they get crabs? And they're
Mm-mm.
like they're pretty young. They like
That's a
losing
good
their
one.
virginity.
Should do that.
That's
movie.
like the kind of shenanigans you have in Gummo, but it's retarded girl. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's
She's not retarded. She has Down syndrome.
beautiful bed. And she smells our hand. It smells
You
like
just
cherries.
see, you just see a
He's like,
Down
well,
syndrome
he's
girl
like
on my bed in
kinda
the back of
kissing
my
and stuff.
Zoom.
I'm like, yeah,
It's-
bopping her nose. And
He touches her on the
telling you.
nose.
if you are
He's
having
saying all the
trouble
right things. You're right. He's
meeting
saying all the
women,
right
watch
things.
this scene. Do follow these tips that this kid does.
Is it
And-
illegal to have sex with a Down syndrome woman?
It's like paying for a
For
pickup
money.
artist
For money, yeah.
lesson. Oh yeah,
Not
They
that's
if
just
true.
it
give her
What-
Not,
they give her
not if it's
monopoly money.
I mean, not if it's consensual. They just don't teach her what money is, and then
They're like, I
Dude,
got
honestly,
you a hotel.
that would get
Here's
you.
a-
That would
here's
like
a
get you
hotel.
off.
He gets there like Monopoly Hotel.
You
She's
would get
like,
less
"Yeah."
of a charge, I think, if they caught you. and
Well,
you
it
were
wasn't
actually-
real money.
Yeah,
I
See?
can't go to jail now.
you're smart. That's why you're smart, William.
You're just raping retarded people and just shoving Monopoly money in their pockets.
You really have just
I've
a
thought of
natural
everything.
Instinct. Yeah. Street
There-
smarts.
There's no law against it. We have to let them go. This is the original plot of Double Jeopardy.
You are a genius.
I'm trying to think
Then a
of that.
retarded
What's
guy
that
shoots
movie?
me and I die. And Tommy Lee
I Am
Jones is like,
Sam? Is that
I have to
basically
let
I
him
Am
shoot
Sam?
you. I have to let him shoot you. It's Double Jeopardy. I'm like, no,
I don't get any of these
It's
references.
double-
it's Double Jeopardy.
Adam, hold on? Adam, do you have
Yeah.
a candle next to the candle is only lighting up a thing that says fire hazard.
Oh my God, you're right.
The laptop. You're obsessed with that battery
Yeah.
sticker.
Well, he's got
This is just
an
where it's at in
open
the shed.
flame. He's got an open flame under a warning sign
It's
that
just a
says
box.
explosive.
It's just the box. Don't worry.
God
You could
damn.
break
an
up
idiot.
every scene in Gummo. You could break up, but it could be a TikTok video.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know,
or like
This
a
is just
commercial
TikTok
break
now.
on MTV.
TikTok is Gummo. Gummo is everything. I mean, this movie. The critics try to hold it back, but it won. The youth
5
won.
stars.
This
I'd
is
say
5
it's
stars.
winning. I wouldn't say it's won
I'd
yet.
say 4.5 for the performance issues that I previously mentioned.
What was its point? What was the
But-
point of it? Like what was the real point? What were,
Life
do
is
you know? Does
beautiful.
he say
Life is beautiful.
that was an ugly? Everybody's life was ugly.
Well,
Dude,
without
you know what I
life,
thought of when I saw that?
Life is
When
amazing.
when I was seeing these people's ugly lives, I was
If
thinking these
w-
people should eat cottage cheese.
hey, without life, you'd be dead. That's the message.
Yeah.
These people need to wear toe shoes.
Well, one of them couldn't. The albino.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Besides, she could wear regular shoes, I guess.
No, she can't. She has to get special tiny toeless shoes.
What about when they
I
kill
would
the
say-
old
Tiny
lady?
toe shoes.
Kill the who?
They kill the old lady. They shoot her in the foot with a BB gun, and then they unplug her machine. and
Oh
she
my
dies.
god, dude, that scene.
Oh
So
shit! I forgot about that scene.
this is
Killed-
5
they
out of
killed
5.
J-
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the I know you said
see,
it's
they're, like, living
rewatchable,
these,
but I
like-
don't think I'm gonna.
They're truly living on the edge, of like sanity.
Well, they're
haven't gone over
murderers.
it yet,
But at the
but-
same time, like the stray cat thing, like killing those stray cats is doing good to the whole ecosystem. Like stray cats are as bad as rats. Like they're bad.
Yeah, that's like
So they're
hunting for
kinda doing it.
population control, which is like a thing that a lot
Yeah,
of people
yeah.
do.
Like it's.
And it
I
is,
mean,
like,
they
good,
should in
I
that
guess.
and it's not good, but it's in that.
What about when they
impossible
were
it has
little-
to,
they're,
because
they're not
otherwise
going to
other-
have a.
Hold on,
there's
hold
no-
on.
There's no catch and release there.
What about when they
But,
wear fireman
I mean,
hats
like
and smoke cigars, and then they whip a dead cat?
Yeah, that's
a great
them
scene.
Being psychopaths.
That's after
then
they have
them-
sex.
them
It
flips-
cuts to this like black metal song. It's like raw, and they're just like
Yeah.
whipping. That
Yeah,
shit is
they're
so
living
awesome.
extreme lives.
But then
You
the
know,
whole turning
They're
the
truly
machine
living the
off,
rock and roll lifestyle.
killing that grandma scene. The whole dialogue he gives is like, yeah, he's kind of putting her at. He's like, she's been dead. It's not like we're killing anybody.
Okay.
I like
And
when
also
the
they're
kid-
getting back at the dude taking their business.
I like when that
Oh, that's his grandma.
yeah, Jared.
They went there to beat him up with those masks. When they climb in with
Right.
the clown masks, that
They're like
shit
Phyllis
is sick.
Diller masks or something.
And he puts his fucking socks on. He steals the guy's socks and he's just wearing them over his jeans. That shit is cool. Like that
This
is so
movie's
funny.
fucking awesome.
This movie's great. And then it
Imagine
goes
being
and then
Adam and being like,
that leads right into
the
that's the
acting.
point. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good.
The acting is a little. I don't
Four
think
and
the
a half
acting
is
is
an
very.
amazing score.
It's like dominoes, man. It just perfectly keeps falling.
I mean, it's
Special
a
movie.
It's a masterpiece. It's incredible movie. It's hilarious. It's
Could be
it's
wrong.
beautiful.
I-
Every photo, every image, it could be a photo, or like it could be the size of like a painting. It could be, you could blow up that picture of the girl in the where the
It is like
breasts
an art
getting.
gallery movie, kind of like a movie you would see in an
Very
art gallery.
trendy.
Boys are gonna stop looking at me.
Everybody laughed in the theater.
No, they laughed when her eyes got big.
Oh,
It was
right,
like,
right.
I feel a lump on your titty.
Speaking of
She was,
profiles,
I mean, that's
she
probably why
didn't
she was
have
cast, because of
much
those
of
expressive
one.
eyes.
And
Beautiful
lack of
lady.
chin.
Beautiful boobs.
And
It's so
lumpy
beautiful in the
boobs.
movie theater.
had
I mean, we
beautiful
got to
body.
get a Blu-ray of this movie 4K because they're in the car, the windows smashed, and you see like fire reflecting in the glass of the car. It's like, it's just
They're
jaw-dropping.
in like a junkyard,
They're in a junkyard.
just making out.
But who ultimately wins, triumphs, is the bunny boy.
Because he kisses the two chicks.
Yes, in the
Well,
rain, like a beautiful
But
moment.
he doesn't exist. That's where like the metaphor kicks in, or
A moment
whatever.
that's in like a
like,
pop song or something like that.
Cry over you.
He never.
I mean, that's
talks.
very
He's
David
never
Lynch,
there.
obviously.
What's up, Ryan?
Well, it shows those two guys, when they shoot him when he's the bunny suit and they call him all the things. We talked about it. The two cowboy kids, they shoot him and do all that. And then there's later that scene, the whipping scene with the cat, which is essentially the same thing, where they keep shooting it with the BB gun after the cat's already dead. So it's like just mirror image art. I don't know what you would call it. So I don't think the bunny boy is an actual real character. It's just like a I don't know what I'm saying.
There's this movie, Killer Sheep, where it's all these black kids in the ghetto of LA. And
I've seen
it's from the 60s, and they're running around. And like, there's one kid who wears an alligator
for the
mask
record.
the whole time,
Okay.
So that's very similar. There's like, that's another influence. That movie was like a big influence on another movie that came out later, George Washington, David Gordon Green's first movie. Very similar.
I've seen that.
The kid in the little mask running around. Is he a spook? Is he a specter?
Donnie Darko.
Ooh, Donnie
situation.
Darko. That's where.
When did
I mean,
that come
that's
out?
2001.
this?
Came out
Oh.
right around 9/11.
Coincidence?
Don't even. You're scaring me.
I got the shivers in that shed.
It's
Sorry.
all about an airplane.
Great.
Well, Gummo's great, and I thought it was gonna be way more discombobulated than it was.
Yeah, you were pissed about the guy before.
Well, I don't
watched the
like
movie.
kids. I don't like kids. And we were watching a bunch of interviews with the guy, and he just sucks. I don't like Harmon, whatever. He
Harmony.
just seems.
You know it's
he
Harmony.
just- Harmony. What's his last name?
Korine or Korine. I'm not sure.
Korine.
Oh, right.
He doesn't
Why
seem
do you
like he'd
hate
be
him?
fun to hang
'Cause
out
he's
with.
Jewish?
Because he's
Does he
just he's a heroin crack addict.
So
Maybe
you hate
now,
people-
Interesting.
but in those
Hate
old
people that are
90s
struggling
interviews,
with
he
addiction?
seemed very pretentious and hipstery.
Sounds like someone I know.
Mm-hmm.
Someone named
Adam.
Ryan.
Oh,
No.
see how you and I don't
Adam
sync
is
up, William?
pretentious. Adam is pretentious.
No. I'm the least pretentious out of the three of us, for sure.
What kind of he says over candlelight?
He's wearing a top hat and he has a candle and he's
He says, "Call
Yep,
me
in a
Edgar
shed.
Allan, Edgar Allan Poe."
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the Midnight Society. Let me tell you about a story about a girl with Down syndrome who shaved off her eyebrows.
And her sister, the prostitute.
Yeah.
it's cool. There's like two women with Down syndrome in the movie. I love that.
When
We'll
did
get that
on.
when did the movie Twins come out?
88, 89.
Danny
I
DeVito
think.
movie.
So
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yeah, Gummo is clearly heavily influenced by the movie Twins.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
Do you
a lot
get
of
what
twins
you
in the
see
movie.
it?
There's a movie Werner Herzog made
No,
called
just-
Even Dwarfs Started Small. That's pretty insane. It's kind of like Gummo-ish.
Mm.
It's just a
Pushes
bunch of dwarfs
boundaries.
going fucking crazy, tearing up an insane asylum.
Oh
They're-
yeah, you've told me about this.
They just rock out the whole time. It's really good. There's a scene
it-
where they crucify a monkey, and then they dig there's a giant pit, and they throw a truck down a giant pit.
Hey, we should give a trigger warning about this movie about all the animal abuse.
It's just cats.
It's not real though. It's fake. No animals were harmed in the making of the movie.
What are you talking about?
Holding a big cat by
dude?
the scruff is
What you're supposed
kind of
to
an
do.
abusive. A big cat?
It's
No, it
a
hurts them.
dead,
if they're
it's a
too
dead
heavy.
cat, dude.
No, the
nothing
one
hurts
cat
a
at the
dead
beginning
cat.
is not dead. He's squirming. But
trick-
he's the one that they drown.
No, Adam, the trick is before you scruff him on the neck, you got to kill him because nothing hurts a dead cat. So kill it and then scruff it. And
Oh,
that's
okay.
my tip. That's my veterinarian tip of the week.
you
If you're
kill
going
it,
to
you
carry
can't
a
abuse
cat,
it.
kill it first. If you're going
valuable
to carry a cat, kill it. Go out there, kill a cat.
So Adam's going to
But don't carry
Hawaii
it by its scruff.
for 2 weeks, and he's leaving us.
Carry a cat by its tail.
Wait. Yeah. that's
Hey,
what I
Mike
prefer.
Mike Weeby wants to be back on it, so we should bring him on.
Maybe he should do Cabin Boy with us.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
He
Cabin
also
Boy is a help.
suggested one too last night when I was talking to him.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
It probably was
He's
Cabin
got
Boy.
a lot of balls.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
I can't with
I know the candle is
you look like a
I'm just
vampire's
doing what I
assistant.
gotta do.
Like a
Podcasting
human.
in like a Luddite
I think
sort
I've
of
said that
situation.
before.
Oh shit, this is bad actually.
Don't drop that candle. You fucking burn alive on.
It's like on a tight where it's pressing against the glass now. Okay.
If
that
Adam
is out.
burned alive at the end of this episode, it'd be so funny. I would still put it out.
We would have to. We'd
Yeah,
have
I
to
know
put
you
the
would.
footage out.
I believe
Put it
it.
out. I put it out tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even try to call your wife.
Not surprised. You wouldn't
Me
call
too.
Whitney to be like, hey, check on Adam.
Play a little.
Oh,
Slayer.
I'd send her link. I'd text her some links.
He'd send her the video of you getting burned
That's
alive.
how that's how she finds out. The video goes viral.
I believe that you guys would do that.
People burn themselves alive all the time.
I've already set myself on fire once. You think about it.
Oh yeah, that's why your face looks like that. Not a lot of
Yes.
people know this, but Adam is full blown burned victim face.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No lips. We've never brought it up until now. You think we would make fun of him, but we never did.
Adam goes after I just said you're holding an open flame to that box that says explosives. And he goes, yeah, believe it or not, I've been burnt before. Yeah, no shit. You don't seem
I
very
burned
myself.
cautious.
Just like
We all burn ourselves sometime. We burn ourselves.
just like somebody in Gummo.
My roommate's cat burned itself the other day. It smelled like hair.
How
She
did it
walked
do
over.
that?
She walked over a candle or something.
Oh yeah. Like
Big
smell the
old
candle,
calico.
its
Big old
whiskers
long hair calico.
get caught or something.
Yeah, a long hair cat would do that. They're so dumb with their hair. My cat
Stupid-
drinks
Stupid long hair.
drinks water and just gets
Doesn't
her
have
whole
hairs.
chest hair wet, just dipping in the bowl.
Either just because they can't feel it. His hair is beautiful. Oh,
I'm trying to get the
Skinamarink.
light.
Adam is in Skinamarink, Blair Witch Project. He's in a shed with a light. He's wearing a hoodie.
Trying to get
this is
some light on
fucking-
me.
This
so-
is fucking terrible.
Adam lives in a PG-13 ghost movie.
I just watched this movie called Adult Swim Yule Hall Log or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
It's fucking good. But that's
Yule
what Adam
Hog?
looks like right now. You should watch it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Unless
Large
you're
Marge,
scared.
dude.
Great. Have a great time,
Adam's a
guys.
large Marge. He died in the shed 10
Yeah.
years ago on a night just like tonight.
This looks like a he now looks like an anonymous YouTube video, like the hackers anonymous.
Oh yeah, with the little like thing.
He looks like a drug dealer in
We are
in
anonymous.
Vice. He's like he's like explaining how he creates fentanyl in Spanish.
Speak Spanish. And then lean in on
I take
the
the
final word.
Final word on Gummo, Adam. You have the floor.
And then you got to lean into the light.
If I could choose one word to describe Gummo. Amen.
That's 2 words. Amen.
Amen.
Come on, guys.
Amen.
Amen. Come on, guys.
Look,
That's your
I like it. I
sentence?
like what I see.
That's your sentence. Amen.
Gummo,
Come on,
Ryan,
guys.
Ryan, you have the floor. What is the final word on Gummo?
Amen
I'd
wasn't
probably
a
just
good-
have to say hallelujah.
Okay. Guys, Gummo
Read your book.
is a beautiful movie. You know, you got to see it. Listen to the soundtrack. Live your life like the kids in Gummo. Have fun. Go
If-
out every day and have an adventure. Okay, ride your bike, kill a cat, have
Sure.
sex with a retarded girl. I mean, pay money if you
She's
got to.
got Down syndrome.
You know, sing your ABCs, hold your baby
I think you're
doll.
right.
Go to the bowling
If you-
alley and pick up 2 girls and try to fuck them in your big ass car. Talk about being a gossip writer.
If you want to
That's such a
watch a
cool idea.
cologne ad, a 30-second cologne ad for 90 minutes, watch Gummo.
Want to see Chloe Savini lick her lips in slow motion? Just licking.
Oh,
Yeah. Or if
Watch
you ever
Gummo.
wonder what Chloe Savini looked like without eyebrows.
Watch Gummo.
She looks good.
Every actor should do one movie.
If you're
They
trying to
don't have
watch
eyebrows.
Gumbo, just watch Gummo.
And then
Eat-
after you watch Gummo,
Eat gumbo while you watch Gummo.
watch Trash Humpers. Check out Trash Humpers. That's a hell of a film too.
While you watch trash.
Oh,
Humpers,
also,
hump
you guys
trash.
should, if we're talking about trash, Storage Wars, check that out. It's a pretty great show.
Hell yeah, dude.
Lisa Del Rios,
Good advice.
friend of mine, she's on it. One of the
It's a
one
good
of the
show.
Storage Wars.
Good
It's
tip.
real. They definitely don't hire actors. You definitely won't recognize LA day players from commercials and Storage Wars. Definitely real. Reality TV's real. Okay.
Don't.
It's
no,
as
don't
real
say this.
as Gummo.
You know, if you're gonna do a podcast, don't use a candle. Maybe get a light bulb.
Yeah.
Well, then I gotta
or
figure out a
cell
power source.
phone.
I thought I
cell
was-
phone with
I
the
thought that-
flashlight.
It was a joke to be like those people in the movie are richer than Adam, and then now it's like they live better than him. He's in a dark shed.
I thought I had a lantern somewhere, and I just didn't have time really to find it.
2 little kids are about to have sex with Adam for $40.
No, no, no.
Not yet. He's got to put his makeup on.
His wife is like watching through the window.
Do the little.
No, she lives better than this for sure. My girl.
Hell yeah, she's making all that money. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're making money. All we
I
gotta
don't have
do
a
is
job
get
right now.
all we gotta do is have sex with Adam and we making money. Yeah. I mean,
Might get to that point.
OnlyFans.
In this economy,
I got my
letting-
first. I got.
letting these weird kids have sex with you in the shed.
Hey, whatever it takes. There's no shame
Shit.
in it.
Hey, this is America.
A
Baby.
job's
Get
a
your
job.
money.
This is
Get
what it's
your
like in the gig
money.
economy.
Work out. Get some silverware. Start working out.
I wish, if you're listening, I wish you could see the situation Adam's in. This is what it's like in the gig economy. He's just holding a can. Get out of, just move out of California, you dingus.
You don't have power. No job.
I'm in a shed next to a bunch of explosives.
Don't
with an
worry,
open
Things are
AI,
crazy on the left coast.
things are gonna get so good for us with AI working
Yeah,
its
that'll
way.
make
Wall-E
things better, I'm
style.
sure. It's got to make things better, right?
But think about
it's gonna make
Roombas.
everything
It's not gonna
better.
make things worse. It's not going to just take everybody's job.
Think about Roombas.
And if you want to remember it, like Gummo wouldn't work with cell phones. This is a time before cell phones. This is the golden age of America. We had to watch movies like Gummo to see this shit. Now you can just go on TikTok, you see this retarded shit. You go on crazyshit.com,
Wait, is
Yeah.
that a
website?
worldstar.com,
crazy stuff? That
crazyshit.com.
Is a real thing. Gotta check that out.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
if you want to watch somebody throw a chair across the Denny's restaurant at somebody else, go to World Star.
Yeah, it's
That
very
shit's
good.
wild.
Waffle House. You know,
All that came from Gummo. And we say thank you.
All right.
Thank
I feel
you,
like I
Gummo.
gotta go. I feel like Adam's about to cast a spell at me.
I had to do some crew magic for you.
Do an audio magic trick to close it out.
yeah,
Okay.
that sounds
a
sounds
card.
really that's totally gonna work. Okay.
Pick a card.
Okay, got one.
I picked my
Okay,
card.
thank you.
What about
Okay,
David
it back-
Blaine
put it back
audio
right here.
tape?
Here, I'll do it. I'll do one.
Wow.
I'll do
that's
a
my
pick a-
card.
I'll do a pick a card. William,
yeah.
Wow, that's
pick
my
a card.
card.
Pick a card out of your wallet. Any card out of it. It's got to be plastic, but pick a card out of a plastic card out of your wallet.
Okay.
What about this nice Apple card?
Okay, now show. Yeah, okay. Show it
Credit
to the camera.
card.
Show the
Okay.
back.
Show the back. Okay, now tell me out loud.
There's no
the
numbers on
the
it.
last 4 digits. Yeah, I know there's no numbers. I'll guess them, and tell me. But I'll guess everything. Tell me the last 8 digits, and I'll guess the first 8. If you tell me the last 8, I'll guess the first 8.
No, you're way too good at guessing.
Nice. Smart move, William.
You're just gonna buy something. He's gonna buy a BB gun and a bike and a Phyllis Diller mask. And he's gonna go to my grandma's house and he's gonna kill her. He's gonna
Oh my
Venmo a
God.
prostitute.
Grandma, Ryan.
He's gonna Venmo you and have sex with you with my money.
Dude,
Coming for you,
in the
Adam.
shed.
this
I'm
economy.
gonna get you in that shed. I'm gonna
Me
get
and Ryan
my
are
nut,
wearing
you
like a
beautiful.
big.
I got the
And I
mood
trench
boop
set
him
coat.
for
on.
you.
I boop him on the nose.
I got the
Ryan
mood
and
all
me are
set.
wearing a trench coat and we're sneaking into Adam's house to have sex with him. Wearing
You
a
come
fake
out with
mustache.
you come out with your coat over your shoulder with a ciggy in your mouth.
2 tickets for the sex, please.
No, William, you would be the one
If I was,
jerking your nipple. Adam would be the one getting the sloppy seconds.
William would be the
I-
brother. I'd be this Gummo kid
I'd be the duct tape. Right back to it.
on them titties.
I'm just stuck on them titties.
No, I would be the dead cat.
It's a red or better
and
nipple.
you guys would be the guys. You guys would be the 2 kids beating it
Yeah, you'd be.
way too long. Get the point?
Uh huh.
Know what I'm trying to say?
You're not Batman, dude. Now he's just completely.
Listen to
This
me.
looks insane. Lean in.
He's the Riddler. Adam looks like the Riddler. It's very scary. It's very frightening.
Yeah, are we done? Yeah, I got
Off
a
the
hot
grid
dog
over here.
fridge.
Yeah, let's go.
under the red sky.